Hi dears, how are you? Hope you are doing fine. In this video, we are going to study two lessons from Unit 1, which is about the garden and its constituents. This is the first lesson, while the next is gardening and maintenance. These are two lessons in Unit 1 are mentioned here in one lecture. Let us look now at the objectives in order to study more about our two lessons. The students will be able to differentiate between a prairie and a garden, describe the uses of a garden, identify some animals that live in gardens, identify the gardening tools, and finally you have to describe how each gardening tool is used. So, are you ready to start? Let us start. First, you have to look at these figures in order to answer the questions in your book, page 6. So now try to open your book, page 6, in order to look at these pictures, and you can look also at the pictures found in your book. How are these pictures similar to each other? If you look here, these are different places, but all they have plants. They have different kinds of plants. For example, we have flowers, we have trees, we have grass. So all these pictures are similar to each other by having different kinds of plant. This is the first question. What is the next one? Which pictures show gardens and which pictures show prairies? If you look here, we have two types of places. One is said to be a garden, but the next one is not a garden, is a prairie. So which one is a garden here? Is picture A garden? Is picture B C or D? As you know, a garden is a place which contains plant, and these plants are organized or arranged well, and they taken care of them. So in which place here? Is in A or B, C or D? As I see in picture A and picture B, or in picture A, picture C, or picture A, picture D, which one? As I see here, I see picture A, the plants are organized, they are taken care of them. So this is the first picture that shows a garden. Which one also? As we see, we have C. So picture C here, or figure C, is also a garden. So what do we say about picture B and picture D? These are prairies. Excellent. Prairies is a place, is a big place with different kinds of plants, and these plants are grown alone without any help. They take all they need from their surround, so they don't need any care from anyone. So we can set A, B, A, C, A, D. We say A, C are gardens, but B and D are prairies. In your book, the pictures are different a little bit. In your book, we see A and C are prairies, while B and D are gardens. Pay attention for this point. In your book, the pictures show that picture A and picture C are prairies, while picture B and picture C, or sorry, picture D are gardens. Let us solve the next question now. How is a garden different from a prairie? As I said, the plants in the garden are well arranged and taken care of, while the plants in the prairies grow by themselves. They get what they need from their surroundings. The last part, who takes care of the plants in each picture? As we know, in the gardens, there is someone care and take care for of these plants. What can I say about this one? This someone. What do we call it? Or what can I say it? This is a gardener. Gardener is the man who takes care for this garden. But the prairies, is there anybody take care of the plants in the prairie? As you know, no one. Now, what can we conclude? Plants may grow in many places like a garden or a prairie. So what is the meaning of a garden? A garden is a place where we grow flowers, fruits, vegetables, or other plants and take care of them. Who is taking care of them? The man. What do we call this man? This is a gardener. Is the man who take care of this garden, the gardener. So, as a conclusion again, we can say what is a garden? A garden is a place where we grow flowers, fruits, vegetables, or other plants and take care of them. And the gardener takes care of this garden. Nobody takes care of the prairies. Now guys, together let us practice this exercise. This exercise is not in your book. You have to write G for garden and P for prairie. I said garden is a place with plants, different kinds of plants, maybe fruits, vegetables, flowers, trees, but these are organized, they are arranged, and there is gardener who takes care from them. And the other place is the prairie, which is a big place, big area with many kinds of plants, and these plants they are not arranged well. So let us start. As you see in the first picture, we have garden. Excellent. So I have to write a G. The next one is a prairie. So I have to write P. Next to this one also, we have trees. Yes, we have grass. We have some flowers. So, and they are not arranged. So what is this place? Is a prairie. If I look at the next picture, we have two areas arranged well by a gardener. So this is a garden. The next one is a prairie, and finally we have a garden. Excellent job. Now we have to know what are the types of gardens. You can open your book page 7 to practice the exercise after I tell you what are the types of the gardens. As you see in the first one, this one, we have lettuce, we have cabbage. So these are called what? These are flowers, these are fruits or vegetables. So these are vegetables. So what can I say about the garden? Vegetables garden. The next one, we have orange, orange trees. Orange trees are flowers or fruits or vegetables. So these are fruits. What can I say about the garden? Fruits garden. Excellent boys. The next now, what do we have? A place which is called a garden. Allow the children to play inside it. So this is called public garden. Public garden is a garden for all peoples. It's not for only one people. The garden which is only for one man, for example, a family, this is called private garden for specific family. But the garden for all people, so is called public garden. The last garden here, as we see, we have flowers. So what do we call this garden? This is called flower garden. Excellent job. So how many types of gardens we have? We have 4 types. Fruits garden, vegetables garden, flowers garden, and finally we have public garden. I can say for the fruits garden, vegetables garden, and flowers garden, these are called private gardens. Private for specific people. But the public garden is for all people. Now, how are gardens used? We have to look well at these pictures in order to know how are gardens used. I can, for example, read and sit under the trees. I can play with my friends. I can walk. I can run. I can plant. So, we can use gardens in many different ways. How can I say it? We can sit under the trees. We can walk. We can run. We can plant fruits, vegetables, and flowers. So, in our garden, we can make different things. And finally, we can play with our friends. Now, together, guys, we have to choose the animals that visit the garden. Here we have many animals. Some of them may visit the garden, but others, they cannot able to live in the gardens. I have to choose only the animals that visit the garden or it can live inside the garden. We will start by the rabbit. Yes, it can be in the garden. Now, what do we have? We have tiger. Can tiger be in the garden? No. And yes, zebra. No, it's not the animal that can visit the garden. Snail. Yes, I can see it in the garden. Panda? Sure no. Ladybug? Yes, it can be found on the leaves. Fox? Sure no. Bee? Yes. Elephant? No. Caterpillar? Yes, sure. Koala? No, it needs forest to live inside it. Birds? Yes. Grasshopper? Yes. Kangaroo? No, as you see. The last one here, butterfly. Yes, I can see it. So these are some animals that can visit the garden. You can name other animal if you want. As a conclusion, guys, for the first lesson, which is the garden and its constituents, we conclude that a garden is a place where we grow flowers, fruits, vegetables, or other plants and take care of them. We can play, we can sit and run in the garden. We can grow fruits, vegetables, flowers in the garden. We can see birds, butterflies, ants, grasshopper, bees, worms, and other animals. Now guys, the next lesson number 2 in your book, page 12, gardening and maintenance. From this lesson, we have to know what are the garden tools and how can I use them. In A, as we see, picture A, we have a girl is watering the plant. The watering can is used to water the plants. So the girl is holding the watering can in order to water the plant. So the watering can is used to water the plant. Don't forget, this is the first gardening tool. Watering can to water the plant. The next in B, as I see, this is a shears. The shears are used to prune the branches. I used to cut the dead branches, for example, from the plant. This is called shears. What do we have next? The gardener here, this man is a gardener. So the gardener used the shovel to dig the soil. Shovel is used to dig the soil. The third garden tool is shovel. So we have watering can to water the plant. Shears used to cut the branches. Now shovel is used to dig the soil. What do we have next? The wheelbarrow is used to move things. As you see, the man here, the gardener, used the shovel to dig the soil and to put them inside the wheelbarrow in order to move them from one place into another. So, shovel to dig the soil and wheelbarrow is used to move things. Maybe soil, maybe wood, for example, maybe stone, for example, anything I want to remove it from one place to another, I can use the wheelbarrow. Here we have the last three garden tools. We will start first by the fork. As we see here, fork, it has many pointed ends. I can say, for example, it has 4 teeth. You can say it as you want. So this is called fork. And we have spade. Spade, it's similar to the shovel, but spade is straight at the end from this side, as you see. You can compare it to the shovel. So why we can use these garden tools? The fork and the spade are used to turn the soil and plow the land. So here we have fork and spade are used to turn over the soil. And the last garden tool, what is the rake? The rake is used to clean the land from plants, unwanted, and the dead leaves. So these are called the garden tools. How many garden tools we have? We have many garden tools. We can say we have watering can to water the plant. We have shears to cut the branches, shovel to dig in the soil, wheelbarrow to move things, fork and spades to turn the soil over, and the last one we have rake in order to clean the land from unwanted materials and dead leaves. These are the garden tools. Don't forget them. Now try to open your book on page 14 in order to solve this exercise together. It's very easy and it's nice. We have to complete the story using the pictures. My grandpa likes his garden. He grows many different in it. What? What he can grow inside this garden? Can he grow animals? Or can he grow some rocks? He grows many different plants in it. Excellent. He cares for his plants and them regularly. As you see, he is watering them regularly. Excellent. So he cares for his plants and water them regularly. He uses the to turn over the soil and enrich it with air. As you see, look, what does he holding? What is the garden tool that is used in order to turn over the soil? We have already finished this part. He uses the fork to turn over the soil and enrich it with air. To make the trees and bushes look nice and organized, my grandpa uses his to prune the branches that grow bigger, to cut them. What does he use here? He used shears, excellent, to cut the branches. Good job. Now my grandpa keeps his garden clean. He rakes the from the pathway. What do we have on this pathway? Look well at it. We have some leaves. And what are these leaves? They are dead or they are good? So he rakes the dead leaves from the pathway. Finally, every year my grandpa adds to help his plants grow big and healthy. Did you remember from grade 1? What do plants need in order to grow? Plants need sunlight, water, air, and soil. So every year my grandpa adds what? Soil to help his plants grow big and healthy. The last exercise in your book, page 15. Rola planted tomato seeds in her gardens. After a while, the seeds germinated into healthy tomato plants. You have to explain how Rola took care of her plants. As you know, to take care of any plant, we have to give this plant all it needs, such as the water, the air, the sunlight, and the soil. After I give all these things to the plant will grow into a healthy plant. So, what Rola did in order to take care for her plant? First, she watered her plant as needed. Then, she used the fork to blow the soil. And finally, she used the shovel to add the new soil to her plant. These are the things that we have to follow them in order to allow the plant to grow well, to give us later the fruits. I have to water them, I have to turn over the soil, and I have to add a new soil for this plant in order to grow. Finally, guys, I hope you understand everything in this lecture. Now, guys, try to solve your worksheet, and if you have any question, I will be ready in your live Zoom to answer your questions, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Stay safe and goodbye.